Hi, hello everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me. So, just got back from holidays, and this is actually the first video that I'm doing since I got back from my holiday. So I'm a bit rusty, so please bear with me. Um, I was inspired by Rachel Roxy Creations, who's made a while ago. She made a journal or a couple of journals out of an old book cover. I have got some old book covers from Rachel, but I'm nervous to use them because once I've used them, they're gone. So I'm hoarding them at the minute. But I thought I'd have a go, and I've just used just an ordinary book cover. So this was a book, somehow, it was a book. And all that I've done is cut it in half. I didn't look at the size of it, I just looked at one that I could cut across in half. So that's what I've done. So I've got two book covers doing it that way. I'm not going to keep these spines. I'm going to make a bigger spine, but I'm keeping the spines as they are intact for now, just because it keeps it a little bit neat and ordered for me. And I thought I would just bring you along on the process of making, probably I'll do two, but definitely making one of these journals. So the papers that I want to use are from Andrea Artie Mays, and it's her Vintage Days kit. And I just want to make it not like a photo album, but just a little bit, well, a bit vintagey, I suppose. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'd kind of started and then thought, be brave and switch the camera on, Carol. Just a bit nervous having been away and not had the camera on for a while. So I've cut some book pages. I've kind of measured this part of the cover. So from where the book pages were in, where the spine starts, to the edge of the white paper there. And that's the size that I'm going to do my pages. It's going to have a soft spine, so if they stick out a little bit further, I don't mind, because with a soft spine, they kind of fall back a little bit. So I've cut those book pages from, it's a Victorian garden catalogue book. So it's a reprint of a book, but it's got some nice pictures in it and things. So I've done that. And call me silly, but I'm going to do 7 signatures. Silly, I know. So that's what I'm going to do. So I am going to just cut these pages down with you. I don't know how far I'm going to get at all. Just move those out the way a bit. So I've taken the edges off, and I know that I want the height of my pages to be about 4.5 inches. So I know that 4.5 inches is there, but I don't want to cut these little people, the images. Obviously, I don't want to cut them. So I've got my 4.5 mark just there. So I'm going to cut it there. And this paper then that I'm cutting off, I can probably use to make tags and things. I haven't really thought how I want to decorate this at all. Not really. I've got a few ideas, but we'll see where it goes. So I'm going to cut these all down to size to start with. Now I'm just conscious where all these people are, and just conscious of my 4.5 inches. So I'm just going to keep cutting them. And where it's 4.5, I want it just a tad less than 4.5. I think what made me decide to do 7 signatures is that this kit has 7 pages that have these have the images on, and I couldn't bring myself to decide which of the images I didn't want to use, because I was going to do 5 signatures. I find it easier on if I'm going to stitch. I find it easier to have either a single signature or an odd number. I think if you've got 2, I always find it difficult measuring the distances and things. 3. So how are we doing? How are we doing? I hope you haven't missed me too much when I've been away. I did do some videos before, and it's going to take me a while to catch up and comment on them all, because we've had a holiday of no internet I haven't looked at any social media. We haven't done anything. We've kept in touch with family while we've been away. So I've got to catch up with everything now. That's a difficult one. 2 at the bottom and 1. I'm going to go with the 2 at the bottom. That's what I'll go with. And then this one will probably end up being a pocket or something on one of the pages. So I'm not getting rid of any of my cut-offs yet till I know what I'm doing. Now this Vintage Days kit of Andreas comes with photos as well, like vintage photos. I think I like the top of this one. And then again, this bit I can save and use for something else. Yeah, they come with lots of photos, so I'm going to kind of use those and maybe have a look for some of the vintage images that I might have. But as I say, I'm not really sure at the minute where this is going to take me. But we'll see. It'll be fun. Perhaps I should have gone something that's going to be a little bit easier for my getting back into it. Journals. But why not do something different? Why take the easy route? So we're looking forward to our next break. We're going walking in the Lake District, but that's not until August. Okay, let's start. Let's just start and fold them. I think that if I fold these in half, they're going to be pretty much, yeah, they're not that much shorter, and that's fine because I'll have some longer pages and some shorter pages. So that is absolutely fine. So let's just pile these up. Just folding them in half, just checking where the little people are. Perfect. Where does that come to? I think I need it to be about, it's about 6 inches, just less than 6 inches. I might end up folding that over and having a little pocket on one side or the other. I don't know, I'll think about that as I'm doing the journal, I think. I am going to fold that one. I'm going to fold that one in on there. So I want that back bit to be about 6 inches. Maybe a bit less. If I fold it there, how long's that? So they're all going to be a little bit if. I think this one I am going to fold. I've decided. So 2 of them are going to have folds, one at the back, and then that one's got the fold at the front. So 2 are going to have folds. How's that? And then this one, Scratch of Head, has got both images in the middle. So if I fold that in the middle, you're not really going to see that little boy, which I think is a shame. So do you know what I'm going to do? I am going to cut that I'm going to cut that off. So I've got 2 pages, and then I'm going to swap them over so that they're like that, and then I'm going to join them in the middle is what I'm going to do. I'm just looking for a piece of some sort of paper that I might be able to use. I think we'll have this dark brown. So I'm just going to hinge these 2 together. I probably should have made this hinge a bit bigger. That's not very wide, is it? Not very wide at all. Never mind. It'll be big enough for what I want to do. I've got my scissors. Okay, so I'm going to hinge these 2 together. I wonder if my glue's dried up. Ah, hang on a minute. I want them to be that way, don't I? Yes. So I'm going to put glue on here. Oh, I've got the sniffles. I feel like it's pollen. I feel like I've got hay fever. But I don't know if the pollen count is high or not. But yes, we've had a fabulous, fabulous holiday. We've enjoyed it. We feel chilled and relaxed. It was a good adventure, but it's always nice to be home. I do like to get home. Silly really, isn't it? And just check up on everyone. Grandkids have grown. Didn't recognise them. And hubby says, seeing as it's gone so well, we could do 6 weeks next year. Whew. So we'll have to see about that. I'm not so sure. I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's snip that off there. I had my scissors in, oh, they're here. I had my scissors in my hand and blades dull. Snap it off. It looks like I need a new strip of blades in there. It's too low. One moment, I found my other knife. Okay, I found one. Bit of a disaster if I come back and I haven't got a knife, isn't it? Okay. I think I'm actually... Where's the bit I cut off, folks? Oh, it's here. I think I'm actually going to put that on there as well. So I'm going to have it on the inside and the outside. Let me just put some glue on it. Sorry, just gluing. I don't know why I want to, but I am going to just put a hinge on the inside as well as the outside. Oops. Oh gosh, I've dropped that now. I don't know where it's gone. Okay, so I should have 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have. Which would I want to be at the front? That's a nice one, I think, isn't it? So I'm just going to put in the other papers that I've got. These will stick out further. I'm not going to bother about that until I get further down the line. 1, 2, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm kind of hesitating because this one and the one with the rose, I don't want them too close to each other. So I'm going to put that one closer to the front. 1, 2. I'm going to put the music in that one. 3. 4. 5, 6, 7, except that I would like 1, 2, 3. I'm going to shuffle those around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I've got my 2 shorter ones separately. So as I flip it over, it'll be like that. See, that's a shorter one, but that's fine because it'll have another paper in there probably. There we go. Yep, so I'm happy with that. So I'm thinking probably 6 pages, 6 papers to go in there. So the next lot that I've got is this one is a freebie from Andrea, and then I've got some of her wallpapers as well. I've got a good mix of different things here, so I'm going to cut them down. And I'm kind of thinking, do I just cut them? No, I am going to do them individually because I want to make sure what I'm cutting. So I think I want to get that flower on there. So I'm just going to cut these. I've had to resort to my big knife, which I don't like as much, but that's okay. 4.5, just less than. 2. This is one of her wallpapers. I just thought they all mixed together nicely. 3. I think I want the top bit of that. 4. I don't want to miss those flowers, so I'm going to be a little bit fussy on this one, I think. It may take me a while to think how I want to do this. I'm sorry if I'm quiet. I've got out the habit of doing videos. I think I did that many, or I spent so much time trying to get videos done for you all before I went away. I want the bottom bit of that one, don't I, really? So these, as I say, are Andrea's wallpapers. And I think on the backs of most of these, I've used mostly her freebies that I've put together in a folder. Because I wanted the backs to be, I still wanted them to have a pattern, but I wanted them to be neutral. So I've kind of picked the black and white, or the neutral, the sepia, that's the word, isn't it? The sepia tones. I might do the top of that one. Then I've got lots of offcuts that I can use to do these with. 1. If I do another one, I might mix and match. So the papers that are in this one, the offcuts might go in the other one, because I think if I do, they're likely to be slightly different papers. So I think that might be different to do it that way. So I think that this journal is going to be roughly 4.5 inches tall. think I want that way, don't I? 4.5 inches tall by about 6.25 or 6-ish wide. So if we go back to this, if I was to put one of these, I quite like the way that runs actually, but I don't like that it says 42 on it. If I was to put one of those in there, I might do that. That's one. Two. I might cut the, sorry, I'm just thinking what I might do is cut the cover down once I know how big my papers are going to be, if that makes any sense, because although these they're a little bit short, I could cut them down, and then these others I could cut down. I don't know, I really don't know yet. I haven't done one like this before. So I've done that one, I've put one in there, two, in no particular order whatsoever, three, four, five, six. I thought this with the cabinet cards, the backs of the cards was quite nice. You see, that looks pretty, doesn't it, like that? So you can see it soon fills out, doesn't it? So if I was to keep this as it is, it'd be full already. So I'm not going to. I want to use some papers, coffee dyed type papers. So I'm going to cut these again at 4.5. So I need 7, don't I? 1. And then again, if I do make another one, then I can use these papers again, because I've got enough, haven't I, left over. Just cut that a bit more level. 2. I wonder if I want that to have a pocket. Shall I give myself the option? I have got a pocket in here, haven't I? Have I just got one pocket at the bottom? That's got a pocket. Oh, I've got 2 pockets next to each other there, haven't I? That might need shuffling. So I've got 2 pockets. I might do. So if I do that at 6.5, and then fold that up at 2.5, that's going to be way too much. Way too much. You've done that wrong, Carol. What did I do it at? Did I do it 6.5? I did do it 6.5, and I want it to be 4.5. So it's 2 inches. See, I told you. I told you. Brain not functioning. And I think that might fold to the outside to be a bit different to the other one. This is going to be It would be longer if I did it that way, wouldn't it? We'll do that. 4.5. And hopefully there's enough for another one. Some vintage wallpaper. That just needs levelling up, doesn't it? Sorry if this is it's a bit slow and boring for you, but I thought you might like to see just what I'm thinking of doing, or what I'm doing for my next project. That go that way? Yes. So really, I guess it's no different than doing a normal journal, other than your pages are longer and wider. It's a different shape is what I'm trying to say. It's just a different shape, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's 7 pages. Let me just have a little think. One moment and I will be back. Okay, sorry, I was just trying to figure out where I'd got my ones with the flip ups in. So I've got a flip or a tuck up there. I haven't got one there. I have got it there. I haven't got it there. So the next one that's going to have a flip up is going to be that one. So then in no particular order, 2. So they've both got them in. Oops, 3. This is the middle one, number 4. So I think the middle one will have the wallpaper in. That old paper, I think it's a very old dictionary, very thin dictionary paper. Straw paper. And some blank music paper. Okay. And then the next that I've got is some more book page. Well, I've got some book pages that I've kind of thought of using. And then I've got some more kind of wallpaper pages. So I'm going to cut the edges off of these. Try and do it all together, holding my papers still. Maybe what I should have done is make one of these journals first and then done it with you. Then you wouldn't be watching me scratch my head quite as much as I think I'm going to be. Just cut these white strips off. Okay, on the floor go those. And then I just want to cut them, don't I? So I think I want as much of that white flower at the rose that I can get. So we'll have it at about there. Fold it. 1. This one won't matter, but I think we'll have the top. I think looking at the Vintage Days papers, it just reminded me of my grandparents. And my granddad, he used to have an allotment when I was a kid, and we'd go to his allotment and he'd always have like seed catalogues, and they had old vintage wallpaper on the walls, and you know, letters laying around. They had a letter rack on the fireplace, and I don't know, I just thought that this would be a nice journal to make using Andrea's beautiful papers. And I've used her papers, I've used this kit before. I've used a lot of Andrea's papers, but this kit I have used before, and I'm always just drawn back to it. There's something about it that I just really like. Get those flowers the right way up. So I guess I wanted it to be kind of not botanical, but a little bit botanical and a little bit vintage. And then I've got these book pages, and these just have got some poems and things in, and some, which I thought was just oldie world again. I don't know if that's about the right size. Yep, it is. And then I've got this book that's got the old letters in. I think this is a not Jane Austen, could be Charlotte Bronte or something. Letters by, I think it's Jane Austen. Is that's bigger than 4.5. No, it's not. So I've got three of the book pages. So I think they might go in one. I think I might put them one there, then I might put a pretty page, 2, and another pretty page, 3, I think I'll put, oh, that's upside down. I think I need to put a book page in there. I think actually I want a book page just there, which means I'm going to take that book page out there that I've put in upside down anyway, and I'm going to put that green one back. And then I'll put that one in there. That one in the middle there. And then that one can go in the middle there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so how many pages have we got in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so there's got 5 pages in each signature. So then the other thing that I wanted to do, or wanted to put in, was just some coffee dyed paper. Oops, sorry, I'm banging you. Sorry about that. So I don't think it's very safe for me to cut those in multiples. Let me just get these cut down 1 minute. Okay, so all that I've done is cut these down to be the same height, the 4.5, or just less than 4.5. Should have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So where would I want to put some coffee dyed paper? I think I'll put one in there. One. Break those up a bit. 2. 3. 4. 5. That's the one that I glued, wasn't it? I do like those next to each other. 6. 'I do like those next to each other. 7. Okay, so they've each got 6 pages in now, and in my mind I also wanted to add things like I don't know, maybe a couple of envelopes in, you know, in one, or a window envelope, you know, an envelope that has the window in it, that then the back of it would be a pocket. Let me just get a window envelope, one moment. So for example, these have got windows in, although that window is the wrong side, but it wouldn't really matter because it could go onto the other side. Or I could open the envelope up, turn it inside out, so then the envelope would be the opposite way. But you kind of get what I mean. So the envelope would fold around, so it could be a tuck spot on one side and then maybe a tuck from the top on the other. So I want to do things like that with it as well. So I think I'm going to leave this video here. I'm sorry if it's not been very exciting for you. I'm just wondering whether 7 signatures is too much. I'm wondering whether to take it down to 5 signatures with a few more pages in, or 7 with those few in, because it does feel very bulky and I haven't started anything yet. So you see, it's going to need a much bigger signature, isn't it? A much bigger spine. And I need to decide what I'm going to do with these pages. So I need to do some thinking. So I hope you like it. Oh, the other thing that I wanted to show you that I was thinking of for on the fronts, and I bet I can't find them now. Oh, I can. Hold on. Hold on. I have some of these postcards that are from Nottingham from 1890. Not that one because it's the wrong way. Nottingham Castle from 1890. And Pelham Street from 1890. Got my engagement ring on Pelham Street, so that would be a good one to use. But I was thinking that one of those could go on the front and either be on the front, or it could be a tuck spot on the front. But that's what I was kind of thinking as the front decoration. But then it's going to have fabric on the spine, so I might need to cut that down a little bit. But I don't know yet. I'm still, that's where it's all a little bit undecided with me. So I hope you like it. Sorry, I stopped then because I thought I hadn't put the camera back on. I hope you like it. And oops, just shot the postcards off the table. I will be back when I've thought a little bit more what I want to do. So take care, everyone. It's lovely to be back with you, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.